Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the road trip. Manchester United taking on Brentford at Old Trafford, man. Listen. We get fed up, innit? We get fed up of coming on here every single game. Every single game. Must-win game. Do you know what I mean? But it's the truth. It's the truth. And if we don't win today, which, listen, a lot of people don't think we will. People say to be Flex too confident. No, not going to do it. And Brentford and this, that and the other. Then, listen, we're all going to be more in the mud. It's as simple as that. I'm trying to abstain from being there. But listen, the realistic nature of this fixture is Brentford always give us a tough game, even if we win it. It's always a difficult game. Thomas Frank has usually had Erik ten Hag's number in terms of making his team competitive against us and making it difficult for us. And it's going to come down to just probably those moments, I think. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think we'll win. I do think we'll win. I've stuck with that. If we don't, if we don't, then I'll dissect why and it'll be a different story. I'm going to be absolutely fucking fuming. But it's just a win or bust. Like, how many more opportunities does Erik ten Hag want? And you don't look going into a game and during a game and stuff like that. You don't even want to keep talking about the manager. But I don't want to. But at the same time, when you're discussing possible results and what could happen, it's a realistic reality. Do you know what I mean? We could potentially not win this game, and I understand that. Look, let's look at the players who are available. I mean, look, the problem is that we've got to the stage where, again, like we've seen, we're past it as fans. It seems like, anyway, we're past it as fans where we sort of nitpick the players. I'll speak for me. I'm past that. No, this player's got to play because he does this, and why is he not playing, or why did he take him off, or why did he bring him on, and this, that and the other. Yeah, they're little nuances, but the biggest problem for us is it doesn't matter who plays. So I almost feel a little bit tired, really, and bored of doing that, especially sort of the pre-game when you really want to go, right, okay, Xerxes needs to start, we need to get him off the mark, or make sure you start Højlund, or, Rashford must play, and this, that and the other. Like, we're so far away from that. If I know it's a bit back to front or whatever, but we just start in midfield. And, with the injuries that we've got there's only really one midfield three that it could be, and that's Bruno, Casemiro, and Eriksen. That's it. Like, yes, Ugarte got back late and is going to get a fitness test and stuff like that, but he hasn't been used since he's really got here. Erik ten Hag doesn't trust him. Talks about wanting to integrate him to English football, and he's been away travelling back from international break and had to do a late fitness test, or got back later than the others again. So he's not going to start. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. So he's going to go back to the tried and tested, because there's no Mason Mount, there's no Kobbie Mainoo. Who else? Who else is missing from midfield? Is that all the midfielders we've got? That's it. So Bruno, we're just waiting for him to turn up. We're waiting for him to have a good game, do something. We're waiting for him to do something good, which has been so frustrating. Kobbie Mainoo not being in there. Look, people have said that he struggled this year and this, that and the other, but he was already overused, overexploited this year, and falling into the same traits that so many other of our midfielders have done. And you started to feel sorry for him, and his level hasn't been at the same level as last year. But, you look at the amount of times he's regaining the ball and how many interceptions he's having to do. That's changed from last season as well. He wasn't doing that. He was on the ball a lot more. He was further forward last year. He was making things happen. He was going to join in, and we just haven't seen that from him this year, but this season so far. So, okay, he's injured for the best part of 4 weeks. So we can forget about Kobbie for the rest of this until the next international break in November. Casemiro, listen, was thrown out to the hounds against Liverpool. We've seen him in flashes here or there since then. But it's gone back to try and test it. Eriksen has been our most consistent performer in midfield. That's saying something, The back line, it is great to see Mazraoui back in training, in full training. That was, especially after the news we were getting, it was looking like it's going to be a lot longer than that. So that hopefully solves the problem of, oh shit, are we going to put Johnny Evans left back or Victor Lindelof right back and all of this? Hopefully we can just continue with those two, him and Dalot, at respective fullbacks. And it's going to be interesting at centre back, because he's got to get back to De Ligt and Martinez at some point. They've had a couple of weeks off. I think Martinez did go away with Argentina, didn't he? Or did he stay? No, he did go away, I think. I didn't even check if he played. De Ligt went away, but I don't think he started. But it's a confidence thing, isn't it? I mean, the future of the club, or the future of what he's trying to do, is have Matthias de Ligt and Martinez. And I think if he doesn't start them again, or finds a way to separate them again, we can't not start both today because there's not enough centre-backs. But if Johnny Evans plays again, which, listen, he was man of the match in the last game, on merit, on form, on keeping your shirt, if you play well, you'd say Johnny Evans plays again. And if he does, Martinez has been that bad this year. In the moment, I just want the player who I know is going to have a solid 7, you know what I mean, or a solid game. And on form, you'd have to say that was Johnny Evans. But what worries me is that that's not his plan. You know, that's not the plan. But I suppose we have to get through now, and we can't have no bozos out there. We can't have people out there who are going to not at the races and, you know, not going to be up to where they need to be. It's as simple as that. So if that needs to be Johnny Evans, so be it. But then obviously it's going to be De Ligt next to him. I would be shocked, stunned, flabbergasted, vexed if Lindelof got a start at centre-back, say, alongside Johnny Evans. Then you'd just be like, what is this? What is going on? What is going on here? And up front, listen, look, you look at Garnacho, who was obviously kept back from his knee injury. It's a toss-up between him and Ahmad, like it is every game. Could we see Anthony? Could we just see Anthony out the blue from nowhere? I very much doubt it. But, you know, Ahmad was kept back because he was ill. So illness, couple of weeks, he probably should be fine. It wasn't an injury. So you'd expect that he's fit and ready to go. Garnacho, if it's a knee problem, didn't go on international but trained, and he's been in first team training, you might think there's a little bit more caution to the wind there. So I probably think they would go with Ahmad on that, but I don't know the extent of how worrying it was with Garnacho's knee problem. I don't know. But he's declared fit, so really he should be able to start if they want to select him. And you know what, for me, it's up front, man. I haven't hidden this. Like, this Xerxes thing, I know people have said you're too harsh and this, that, and the other, but and it isn't just like I just think Højlund's way better, because I think Højlund's in a position as well where, of course, there's a player in there, but right now these guys ain't getting the service. They're young. The clubs, you know, ideally you wouldn't have these two inexperienced players, you know, when the team's not playing well and we need to rely on them on goals. Xerxes, he links up everything well. He's very neat and tidy, but the goal threat from him's not really there. So how we're playing, is it conducive to that sort of false 9 dropping off of the front? Do we need someone like Rasmus who, if we do get a split chance, a quick second chance, bang, it's a goal? I feel like I'd probably go with that. But again, Rasmus, he's been out for a while, and since he's come back, couple of baggy touches. Okay, did okay against Porto. Didn't do great against Villa, but nobody did because we were poor. It's just really hard to judge, because you just don't know where our goal's going to go from. That's not just like that's not just directed at those two. It's just across our attack, you know. So listen, I can't even contemplate losing this game. I can't even contemplate drawing this game. It has to be 3 points. There's no other result it could be. This is a man that's been retained by Ineos. This is a manager who's under serious pressure. And if you can't get it done at home against Brentford after the run we've just had, it's just closer to curtains. As simple as that. But I don't want to be negative. I think we're going to win 2-1. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be a pretty watch. But I think we'll win 2-1. Smash a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you watch the match review with Owen and KG. And I'll see you guys outside the ground for all the reaction afterwards. Hopefully with 3 points in the bag. Peace.